I'm looking forward to working with the Chairman in a productive and bipartisan manner as we conduct oversight of the Department of Homeland Security and other Homeland Security functions. It is apparent to me already, having met with the Chairman and spoken with him at length, that we see eye to eye on many issues related to the efficiency and effectiveness of the Department. And I appreciate his courtesies in collaboration with me as we move this important agenda forward. This is our first subcommittee meeting of the 113th Congress, and I cannot think of a better issue to examine the manner in which the Department spends hard-earned taxpayer money. The Department of Homeland Security has one of the largest budgets in the federal government. Each year, approximately $40 billion in appropriated funds flow in and out of the Department. Among other things, these funds are used to pay over 220,000 employees, secure our aviation system, provide disaster aid to states and local governments, and purchase the equipment used by those protecting our borders. We owe it to the taxpayers to ensure that these funds are appropriately used, fully accounted for, and spent wisely. Unfortunately, over its 10-year history, that has not always been the case at the Department of Homeland Security. My congressional district in southern Arizona includes over 80 miles of U.S.-Mexico border, and my constituents along the border are particularly affected by criminal activities along the border, with nearly 40% of all drug seizures and apprehensions occurring in the Tucson sector. This is unacceptable. We must do better. The Department must do better. I'm reminded, as I think about safety along the border, of two deaths that have occurred within the last 2.5 years. The Chairman mentioned that we attended a dedication ceremony of the station on the southwest border for Brian Terry, a Border Patrol agent who was killed in the line of duty. I'm also reminded of the death of Rob Krentz, a rancher, fourth-generation rancher, who was killed on his own land by a cartel member. The safety of our citizens and the safety of the men and women who protect our border is paramount. The Department must respond and must use the money wisely to do so. As their representative, and one of only 10 members of Congress that represent a district that shares a border with Mexico, I'm committed to ensuring that we improve border security, particularly along the southwest border. As I visit with ranchers, Border Patrol agents, and local law enforcement agents in my district, I have seen firsthand how the Department uses taxpayer dollars to secure the border, and I know we can do better and we can do more. In 2006, the Department of Homeland Security announced its plan to install technology along the southwest border that would serve as a virtual fence and provide the Border Patrol with information it needs to secure the border. Unbelievably, the contract that allowed that project to go forward did so specifically prohibiting Border Patrol agents, those who work on the ground, from providing input to the design, development, implementation of that system. That's unacceptable. 7 years and over $1 billion later, we are still without the plan that was originally envisioned. In subsequent iteration, the Arizona Border Surveillance Technology Program remains in question. According to the GAO, the Department does not have the information necessary to support and implement the estimated $1.5 billion plan, which is the successor to the canceled multi-billion-dollar SBI net. In addition to finding that the Department has not yet demonstrated the effectiveness and suitability of its new approach for deploying surveillance technology, the GAO also found that $1.5 billion 10-year cost estimate for the program may not be reliable. If this new plan goes awry, the Department will have spent over $2 billion in an attempt to develop border security technology with little more to show than canceled programs and canceled checks to the contractors. This is but one example of why the Department must fix its broken acquisition system to improve how it does its job cost analysis and to make sure that we have a better way of purchasing and deploying technology. To its credit, the new administration has made some improvements. The newly created Office of Program Accountability and Risk Management, designed to manage the day-to-day oversight of the acquisition programs, appears to be a step in the right direction. I am concerned, however, that only 45 staff are in this office responsible for over $18 billion. Making the best use of scarce taxpayer dollars and doing all it can to protect men and women Americans who live along the border and across our country is the first responsibility of this department and a primary responsibility for this committee. I look forward to today's hearing and the testimony and our continuing oversight of this important topic. I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.